Hey guys, I'm going to do a quick on-the-fly review of Ash by Malinda Lo, which is a retelling of Cinderella. It is really cloudy outside, so please excuse the lighting and the quality of this video. I apologize. The plot of this book is of course that of Cinderella, except for two major differences. First, they introduce the concept that the fairy tales that Ash has been hearing all her life are true. There are indeed witches and wizards and fairies who capture children who roam the forest at night and take them to their fairy world. Another concept that makes this story different from the original Cinderella is that of the character, the huntress. They keep seeing each other over and over and over again, and they become best friends, and a little something more. One very noticeable element in this book is something that some may like and some may not like, and that is how it's told in a very simplistic fairy tale-esque way. It is told in the way that one would tell a fairy tale. The style of this book, a fairy tale, is not going to be written in the same style as City of Bone, young adult action-adventure romance novel. The style is very, very simplistic. The romance in this book isn't some swoon-worthy young adult kind of romance. The romance is very close friends who then become something more through this very, very gradual, simplistic tale. You wouldn't even really know it's happening if you didn't know that this was a lesbian retelling of Cinderella. One interesting thing about this book is that although it's advertised as a lesbian retelling of Cinderella, it's all very subtle. There isn't a big hubbub about, oh, the huntress likes a girl, oh no. There's absolutely no commentary about how their romance would be seen as different to the community. It isn't really a coming out kind of story. Yes, Ash struggles with her choice. Her choice is more between fairies and humans than it is between men and women. There isn't any big hubbub about this, which is what we strive for. It's great to see that in a book, but on the other hand, it is a lesbian YA book, and I would like to see some more of that kind of struggle with who you are, what you're dealing with, and although that is in here, it's more between the supernatural world and our world. So there is that struggle that is then the metaphor for the struggle that one has when they're coming out as a member of the queer community. But it is very, very subtle. This whole book, I feel, is very subtle in its themes and everything. It's just very, very simplistic. I'm having a hard time determining whether I like that there is no social commentary and that there's only a really subtle metaphor to kind of state that. This is not a book I would recommend if someone asked me for queer literature recommendations, because it's just literature to me. This is just a retelling with supernatural and otherworldly elements, and it just so happens that Cinderella does not end up with the prince. But other than that, it's really just your simple retelling of a fairy tale. Overall, I gave Ash by Malinda Lo 3 out of 5 stars because it wasn't quite what I expected it to be, and it was told in a very, very simplistic form that I got a teeny bit boring, but other than that, it's Cinderella falling in love with a badass huntress, so you know, 3 stars.